What is up, my beautiful mangoes? My name is the Iron Mango, and today I am bringing you guys my first ever Five Nights at Freddy's 4 theory video on my channel. So essentially in these theory videos, I'm just going to be showcasing some cool theories that I have about the game, some cool hypotheses that I have about the story of the game, what's going to be taking place in the game, where the game is, what the game is exactly, because really there's a lot of unknowns about the brand new Five Nights at Freddy's 4 game, but I still am very, very excited about this brand new game nonetheless, and I hope that you guys are very excited about this brand new game as well. If you guys are, definitely be sure to slap down, like it a like button. Try to go for 100 likes on today's theory video if you guys want to see some more theory videos in the future. In today's theory video, though, I'm going to be showcasing the Five Nights at Freddy's 4, why this whole game is going to be a nightmare. It's not actually going to be a real game. This game is going to be a nightmare, and I'm even going to take it one step further. This whole game is Scott Cawthon, the game's developer, the game's creator. It's going to be his nightmare. He's said on record that all the first 3 Five Nights at Freddy's games have given him nightmares. So I think that this game is going to be his very nightmare as a kid. Maybe it's going to be one of his kids' nightmares because he does have kids, or maybe it's going to be himself as a kid having nightmares about these animatronics, about these other games, and cool stuff like that. But if you guys haven't checked out my Five Nights at Freddy's 4 official trailer analysis video, or my Five Nights at Freddy's 4 official trailer reactions video, definitely be sure to check out both of those videos on my channel. I've linked down below in the description for both of those. They are very, very epic videos, and I hope that you guys do enjoy them. If you guys want to see some more theory videos in the future, or some more Five Nights at Freddy's 4 content in the future, let me know down below in the comments section, and by slapping that like button, and we can definitely make it happen. Let's get right into why I think that this game is going to be Scott Cawthon's nightmare, why it's going to be a nightmare and not actually real life. Well, the first thing that you see over here, it says, "What is that you think you see?" That's the first text that comes out. So that makes me believe that this game isn't actually going to be real life. It's going to be, like, I'll go back a little bit more so you can see the actual text. It says, "What is that you think you see?" So everything's going to be maybe an illusion, a hallucination, some type of imagination, or something cool like that. I'm not sure, but I don't think this game is going to be real life because it's something that you think you see, but you don't actually see it because it's not really there. So whatever this kid is in the game, I think you're going to be playing as a kid in your very room. I think it's going to be something that you think you see. So this whole entire game is going to be a nightmare. Now we're going to get a little bit further into the trailer. I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit as it does get very, very loud. So he's just turning on the lights, guys. He's turning on the lights a couple of times, and then if you go over here, it does say, "What game do you think you are playing?" So of course the standard answer to that, the answer that most of us are gonna have, is gonna be Five Nights at Freddy's 4. That's the game that we think we are playing. But are we really playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe he's playing a game inside of the game, or maybe he's having a dream inside of the game, so you don't know that you're actually playing a dream game thingamabob. It's a tongue twister. It's a mind-blowing, like, I don't even know what it is, guys. It's very, very confusing, but I don't think that this game is actually going to be Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Maybe you're not actually playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4 when you're actually playing the game of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, if that does make sense. It probably doesn't make any sense at all, but this is just my opinion, guys. Remember that. Hopefully you guys don't get mad about my opinion. If you guys are have any of your own opinions, you guys are all entitled to your own opinions as well, so don't get mad about my opinion. This is my opinion about the theory of the game. You guys are definitely entitled to your own opinions as well. But what game do you think you are playing? I think I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4. All of you guys probably think you're playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4, but maybe you actually aren't. Just think about that for a second, guys. Maybe actually the nightmare goes into you. Just think about that for a second, guys. Maybe it's supposed to be Scott Cawthon's nightmare in the game, but maybe it's supposed to make you have nightmares if you're actually playing the game. So maybe you're not actually playing the game, you're like the guy in the game, you know, maybe you're in the game and this is your nightmare. It's trying to make you believe that this is your nightmare. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of confusion about the game, but there's definitely a lot of awesome theories that we could possibly have, though. So I'm definitely excited about hypothesizing about this game and cool stuff like that, just based off of the trailers and the other screenshots that we have gotten thus far. Now I'm going to go a little bit further into the trailer, though, where it gets to the part where we're into his room, actually. So we're going to go all the way into his room. Let's go into the little boy's room. Is this where the room is? Okay, so that's where the Nightmare Bonnie is. What have you brought home? So essentially it says, "What have you brought home?" as the next text over here. It says, "What have you brought home?" I believe that this means that the kid has brought, he went to maybe the Fazbear Pizzas, or maybe he went to some type of like Chuck E. Cheese's, or some type of like, you know, like a kid's place, you know, where you play with the arcades and animatronics and cool stuff like that. And essentially that this kid is gonna have nightmares about the animatronics because he just went there. So he's brought home in his imagination these animatronics, and he thinks that these animatronics are actually much scarier than they would actually be in real life. So if you actually look over here, so let's look over to the very end of the clip where the Nightmare Bonnie jump scare is. Spoiler alert, guys, there is a Nightmare Bonnie jump scare at the very end of this clip. It still gets me every time, guys. It still gets me every single time, not gonna lie, guys. Right here. Oh my god, it still gets me every time. But there is a nightmare body jump scare at the end. You can see Nightmare Chica earlier. So I think that this kid is bringing home that he has imaginations and illusions that these animatronics are actually much scarier than they would actually be in real life. That's what I really think that this thing is. That's why he's having nightmares. And that's why these actual characters' names are actually Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Chica, and other cool stuff like that. Let's get back into this the kid's room though. I think the kid's room is right here. So I think that this kid is actually a boy, as you can see from his toys. Yeah, he looks like these are like boy toys. So I'm thinking that this could be Scott Cawthon, guys, as a kid, maybe one of his sons, maybe, I don't even know, guys, maybe it could be ourselves, like, being transformed into the game. I don't know, there's so much confusion right now, guys, but I think it's actually Scott Cawthon as a kid. It says, close the doors. Of course, you're gonna wanna close the doors because there's gonna be animatronics roaming the hallways, but remember, guys, it is still your dream, and also, guys, remember over here, we'll look back at this clip right here. It says 12 a.m. in the top right corner. It does say 12 a.m. right now, but we're gonna get onto another part of this clip. It says check the closet, not check the closet. We gotta go a little bit further into the game. Oh, right here, yeah, right here. Check the closet. So it looks like Foxy is actually in your closet. And remember, guys, Foxy is like he's supposed to be the savior of the kids. He's not like a menacing animatronic. He's supposed to be the savior. It does say 2 a.m. right now as well in the game, but I think Foxy's supposed to be your savior. That's why he's in your closet. He like protects you from the other animatronics. He's what makes you feel safe, and that's why he also isn't a nightmare animatronic. This Foxy, this version of Foxy, doesn't have the blue skin. He isn't a nightmare animatronic. He is just the regular Foxy, I guess you could say. But now we're gonna get onto the next part as well. It says watch your back. There are going to be some very like rattly heads and toys on your bed. But if you actually turn this down very, very slowly, wait, we're gonna make it very, very slow. We're gonna go into super speed 0.25. It looks like it's actually the same shot. It like goes down and then around and then to the front of your room. And even though and then the clock also did change to 2 a.m. So if you remember, the Foxy clip was at 2 a.m. in your closet. So this is 2 a.m. right now. And then also the initial part in your bedroom is 12 a.m. and it's 12 a.m. when these guys are actually on your bed. So I think that these guys are on your bed in the middle of your dream. You went to sleep maybe at 11 p.m. or something cool like that, and you're just having a dream. That's why the time is 12 a.m. right now. You're in the middle of your dream, and because like what type of kid would be awake at 12 a.m.? You know, like an 8-year-old boy or 10-year-old boy or something. Why would they be awake at 10 a.m., 12 a.m., 2 a.m., you know? That's why I also think that this game has to be a dream. It has to be a nightmare that this kid is going through at this moment in time. But essentially, I think that these guys are on your bed, so you should be actually sleeping in your bed, so they're not actually on your bed, but you just imagine that they're on your bed and behind you in your room. But now we're gonna get onto the final part of the trailer, which is over here. So we're gonna go over here. So we're gonna go very, very slow motion. Oh, wait. We'll speed it up a little bit so that the Nightmare Bonnie does come out. It's gonna get me again. Oh my god, that jump scare gets me every single time, guys. But this is the final thing I have to talk about. The Nightmare Bonnie and also the Nightmare Chica, if you can see it earlier in the thing. These animatronics are actually nightmares. Also, wait, I forgot about this, guys, actually. So I forgot about this, guys. The plush toy that is on this chair right here. This is also another thing that makes me believe this is actually a nightmare, a dream, or something like that. Oh, that's sort. You can see over here, the plush toy actually does move. He was on the floor at 50, and he gets up onto the chair. You can see right there, he gets up onto the chair, so this plush toy can actually move, guys. Like, it's not like an animatronic which can actually move in real life. This is actually a plush toy, so maybe some spirit is invading that plush toy or something cool like that. I believe this has to be a dream. In real life, this plush toy would not be able to move, so if it is a dream that this guy can actually move, he could go up onto the chair because it's just this kid's imagination. Remember, guys, it is all just a dream. And also there's like a countdown. You could hear the bell ring, and once the bell rang, it went from 50 to 49. So I think there's gonna be a countdown. I'm not sure what these numbers are gonna signify in the top right corner of the screen right there, but I think it has something to do with the countdown. I'm not sure what the countdown is for or anything cool like that, but I think that's gonna be the end of this Five Nights at Freddy's 4 Theory video. If you guys did enjoy, don't be sure to slap that like button and that little button that says subscribe. I believe that this entire game is going to be Scott Cawthon's dream as a kid, because he has said that he has had nightmares about the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 game, or not the Five Nights at Freddy's 4, about the first 3 Five Nights at Freddy's 3. I'm getting tongue twisted. The first 3 Five Nights at Freddy's games. He says he's had like nightmares about making the games and playing the games and cool stuff like that. So I think that this entire game is going to be Scott Cawthon's dream. I'm definitely very excited about this game. I think this could be the best game yet in the franchise. I'm going to say it right now. It looks very, very well made and very, very unique and different from the other games. But that's going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy, definitely be sure to slap that like button and that little button that says subscribe. Let's try to go for 100 likes on today's video. And I do post 30 to 40 videos on my channel every single day. So hope you guys are catching up and enjoying all those other videos as well. And hope you guys have a nice, safe, wonderful day.